Alright, this is the iPhone 11. It's currently the cheapest option from Apple that has this modern vibe and supports gestures and Face ID and all that stuff. It came out back in 2019 alongside the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max, but is it still a good choice today in 2022? See, today you can pick it up for $499 for the 64GB model directly from Apple, and you can also go the Amazon renewed route and get it for a bit over $400. So we're just gonna go over a couple of key specs and features to see if this price is justifiable today, now in 2022. My name is Peja, by the way, and on this channel we talk about tech and creativity, and it will mean so much to me if you would just enjoy the video. Plot twist. Okay, we're gonna start off with the design. When it comes to design, it's a glass sandwich with aluminum sides all around like most of these guys are today. He's just trying to fit in. The camera layout on the back is very similar to the iPhone 12 and 13 for that matter. Basically, the only way in which it differs from those two when it comes to design is that it doesn't have those new squared off edges, and it has a slightly thicker bezel around the display. That seems to be bothering some people, but honestly, you're gonna stop noticing it once you start using the phone. And these rounded edges are, in my opinion, actually a lot more comfortable when holding the device compared to the squared off ones. Flat edges do look nice and premium, but you can really feel them kind of leaving a dent in your arm after longer sessions. So I kind of like the all-rounded design a bit more, but slap a case on it and it's all the same anyway. It comes in a bunch of colors: black, green, yellow, purple, red, and white. Tons to choose from. The display, I can safely say, is the only weak point of this device. It's a 6.1-inch display, LCD, not OLED, 625 nits of brightness with around 326 pixels per inch. It's not that HD. It's actually not HD at all, meaning its resolution is technically below 1080p. But is that noticeable day to day? Well, barely. It doesn't have that much contrast in those deep blacks that you do get with OLED screens, but the screen is actually plenty sharp and has very accurate colors. It is an LCD display, but a really good LCD display. I used the iPhone 12 before this one, which does have that OLED technology, and same as with those bezels, I stopped noticing that as well like 2 hours into using the iPhone 11. And for an iPhone of this price, the display is just fine. And like I mentioned in my 10-hour review, there's actually been reports of people getting like headaches and eye strain from using OLED screens because they actually flicker all the time. And if you have that problem, or if you had that problem in the past, this LCD is actually the only way you can go. Now, the software experience on the iPhone 11, there's really not much to say about that. It's the same as any other modern iPhone. iOS 15 works flawlessly, and it's gonna be supported for at least another 3 to 4 years, if not more. So you're really not missing out in that department. The same goes for the performance. Wouldn't you figure? Still tip-top. It runs through apps, it's great for gaming. I'm yet to see a single hiccup or lag. It's the same as the day it was released, basically. Apple's chips are just amazing in general, and even though this one has the older A13, it still does a great job. Now, originally, iPhone 11 came with a 5-watt charger in the box, but right now, since Apple decided to just scratch all that and not include chargers in boxes with phones, because who needs to charge their phone, I guess? This one, if you want to pick it up new from Apple today, doesn't come with a charger. They changed the packaging. It was just a 5-watt charger, and if you want to utilize fast charging that this phone does support, you're gonna have to buy it separately anyway. I'll leave a link in the description to a couple of great options when it comes to chargers that don't break the bank. Battery life is solid with 18-watt fast charging and wireless charging capabilities. It definitely lasts way longer than my iPhone 12 mini, for example. It can last a full day of moderate usage easy. It's IP68 water and dust resistant. It has stereo speakers, great haptics. It's just all around a pretty great phone. And the best part about it, the cameras. It has a dual camera system with a 12 megapixel f1.8 main wide lens and a 12 megapixel ultra wide at f2.4. 4K video up to 60 FPS, great stabilization, night mode, but only on the main lens. The ultra wide does not have night mode, neither does the selfie camera, so only the main lens will give you that improvement in low light. That being said, it's a pretty good improvement. Compared to the iPhone XR that came out a year before this one, I actually made a review on it recently, so I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that one out. But compared to the iPhone XR, this has some major camera improvements. This is actually the year where Apple did improve the camera to the whole lineup pretty significantly. Now, in 2022, if you compare it to the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro, it does fall short. Of course, it is an older model, but using both camera systems day to day, it's not really a huge difference. If you want the best of the best when it comes to the camera, take a look at the 13, but iPhone 11 still definitely does a great job in this department as well. But hey, listen, Can you count on the iPhone 11 as your new phone for 2022? And if you already have it, can you keep it a bit longer before upgrading? Absolutely yes to both of those questions that no one asked me. I'm actually kind of hyped about this phone if you didn't notice. It has just a couple of drawbacks compared to the 13. It still works basically the same in most areas. You're really not missing out of that much. So if you're on a tighter budget, it's a great option to have. When it came out back in 2019, everybody was saying that this was the iPhone to get, and I don't feel like a lot has changed since then. Sure, technology improves over time and newer phones are usually better than the older ones, and if this phone came out today and cost $699, as it did back in 2019, I wouldn't be so happy about it. But now at $499 for the base model, or even better, around $420 renewed from Amazon, you just can't go wrong with it. And I would actually strongly recommend taking a look at the Amazon Renewed program, whichever iPhone you're trying to pick up. They come with assurance that they work and look like new. You get a 1-year warranty, and you can actually trade in one of your old devices to drop the price down a bit. Now, if base 64 gigabytes is not enough, if you want to jump to 128, the price goes up to $549 or around $470 if you're looking at a renewal. I still think it's a valid option at that price point as well, but just something to keep in mind if you want to upgrade the storage. I'll leave some affiliate links in the description if you want to check out the iPhone 11 for yourself and help support the channel along the way. That's been it. Thanks for watching.